G'day guys, how are yous all? So it's Jake here and I'm just running with this one live. As you can see, I'm all rugged up because it's pretty cold down here in Victoria at the moment. It's not summer, it's getting very close to winter. But today what we're going to do is run through a little video of installing the server management tools on Windows 10. So they're called RSAT, which is the Remote Server Administration Tools for Windows 10. So what these allow you to do is actually install the tools on your Windows 10 computer and then use the server manager like you would from a Windows server to administer a Windows server or multiple Windows server in one panel from your desktop. So let's take you over to the computer here. So as you can see, here's my screen. I've just downloaded it. But what we're doing is, so on a server, you've got this Windows Server Manager here. And what we want to do is get the Server Manager on our desktop. So if I get us back over to our desktop, it's pretty easy to find. You just type in download Windows Server Management Tools into Google. And then you've got this page here to download the Windows 10 Server Administration Tools for Windows 10. Click download, pick the applicable package that you've got. So if you've got an x86 version, like a 32-bit Windows install, it'll be different. And if you've got a 64-bit, and pick your version too. So if your version's old, you can download the 1709. If it's newer, you can download the 1803. So anyway, we've already downloaded it. So if we just open this installer, it'll say prepare for installation. And do we want to update the following software? Yes, we do. So now this computer is a domain joined computer because it's a lot easier to manage a domain when you're on a domain. And you need to accept the terms and conditions, which we can do just by clicking accept. So then it will start installing this, which it's not a very big install, so it shouldn't take too long. It may be a little bit slow because I think I've got 5 virtual machines running on this computer at the moment. Now if you have any questions or anything, go down below into the comments, leave a question, tick the like button too. That'd be quite helpful if you like it, and share this video to anyone that you think it might be helpful with. But let's see, so it's installing quite slow. And my computer's getting used a fair bit. I'll show you. So this is my host computer. It says CPU's going a lot. I've nearly ran out of RAM at 21 gig. But anyway, that'll be what it is. And now you get to see the line move across the screen. Isn't it riveting? If you want to skip ahead and you're not watching this live, if you're watching it live, you can't skip ahead. But if you are watching it live, I have left the little timestamp down below for where you can skip to skip forward to when this is done. Let's close that. So I don't know if you guys have used the Server Manager before, but it's basically a tool that allows you to manage your servers. So you can add roles and features to servers, you can remove roles and features, and yeah. Oh, there we go, the bar's moving. So if you're thinking of working in IT and you don't like watching bars move across the screen, get used to it, because watching bars move across the screen is one of the treasured pastimes of most IT workers, because the bar just slowly moves across the screen and then all of a sudden it will just jump up and it'll be finished. So hopefully it'll just jump up and be finished. Boom, see what I mean? See how it just jumped up all the way to the end? Anyway, so now that has completed. So it didn't take too long, thank God. So we can close it. And we should have in here somewhere the server manager. So that's what this tool's installed. So it's installed the server manager. This is a Windows 10 desktop operating system, not a server operating system. So I can show you that by going to here. And you can see here, I am running Windows 10, Windows 10 Professional. So you can't install the server manager on Windows 10 Home if you have Windows 10 Home, or if the thing's not installing. You can check in here and make sure that you have a professional or enterprise version, because you do need them. So here we go. You can see here, this is my dashboard. I've got no servers added into this dashboard at the moment, and I can list all servers and have no servers. So what I can do now is actually add in some servers. So if we go add some other servers to manage, and I'm going to add in all of my servers. So let's go that one, and that one, and that one, and hit OK. Here we go. So now we can see my access is denied, which is probably because I'm not running this as a user that has permissions to manage the servers. So what we'll do here, we'll actually run the server manager as my domain admin. So if I go more, let's hold down Shift, open file location. So if I select run as a different user, I'll be able to run this as my domain admin. If I type in the password properly, I will. So we'll run this as my domain admin. And now because it's running as a different user, it doesn't have those servers that I added in before. So if I go add the servers to manage, and we'll go DC1. We'll add in these two file servers. So now it's looking better. They're all green. And we can actually see what they've got. So now that they're all there, we can see we've got Active Directory Domain Services. We can click that ADDS thing and see all of the servers that have Active Directory Domain Services installed on them, which is just one, which is my domain controller. We can also see who has DHCP installed, and who's got DNS installed, and who's got file and network shares installed. So you can see here, I've got 3 servers now with file and file and storage services installed. Now, what you can also do from here, so this is still running on my desktop, I can actually add roles and features to the servers. So let's say I wanted to add into, might chuck it on file server 1. If I select that and hit next, now what I can do, let's say I wanted to add the DNS server into there. No static IP address. I'll just set a static IP address on that file server. So this is the file server here. If I open up the Network and Sharing Center and go Ethernet, back. So what we can do here is if I get 10.10.0, so we'll set a static IP on this of I think that was 100.20. I think it's .1 is my gateway. Yes. If we just do a /all, so I can see my DNS server, which is .10. 0.10. .10. Is that correct? .10, yep. So now that that's got a static IP address, and I go back to my one here, let's go again, file server 1, DNS server, hit next, so now it's passed. I might also just whack .NET 3 on there, and we might also install Windows Server Backup, because I might use that for another one. So we'll add in Windows Server Backup, hit next. So now this section here, you can select for the server to automatically restart if you want it to. If it's a production server, you probably don't want it to automatically restart, but each to their own. If you want to do that, I'm going to automatically restart if required. So now it's starting the installation. So now I'm installing this on the file svr01, even though I'm not logged into it. I'm logged into my Windows 10 desktop. So if I want, I can close this page now. And if I want to see the status of the install, I can see here and see that the install's starting. So the main reason I picked to do these services is so I can show you what I mean. So DNS, at the moment we've only got the one server in there, but once this actual feature install is finished, we should end up with 2 servers in there. So I can open the task details too and see what's going on. So it's currently still running. And I can open that window back up as well. So once again, we are waiting for the line to go across the page. G'day John Hall. You hope there is a recording of the live video? Yeah, the live video just automatically stays up just magically. So when you do a live video, it just automatically records it and puts it in the back, which now I think about it, probably would have been better if I had have recorded it on my desktop, but I'm using OBS, and as you can see here, I only have the stream going, I don't have the recording, so I can't actually edit this video unless I download it from YouTube. But anyway, you get that. Thanks for leaving a comment, John. Whoever the other person is, you could leave a comment too if you want to. Yeah, I didn't think this all the way through, did I? Because if I had have, I probably would have just recorded it and not streamed it, because it seems like there's a fair bit of waiting in this video. So that's just lovely, isn't it? Anyway, that is what you get when you don't think things all the way through before you start. I just had a little bit of time up my sleeve and I thought, hey, I might just make a video on this and we'll just live stream it just for fun. But anyway, now that the live stream's going, it seems to be taking a long time. Anyway, I can put you back on my face if I want to. So here I am just talking to a camera with the 2 people that are watching the video. So anyway, you get the gist of it. I'll switch it back. We'll leave this going in the background. So what else you can do here is, like, say you've got Active Directory, you can scroll down and see the services that are running for it. And you can also stop and restart services. Great, mate. I have a small problem with server 2012 R2. If you send me a link on email, hope you can do this. What's your problem with server 2012 R2, John? And I'm not sure what you mean by send me a link on the email. But if you ask me what the problem is, I might be able to help you. Or I might not be able to, I don't know. Anyway, so you've also got here your different services. So if you wanted to restart the DNS server, you can right click on there and say restart. So that's going to restart the DNS server service on this DC01 server, all from your Windows 10 computer, not from your server. So here we go, we've got something going on here. Let's see what's happened. So this feature installs failed, it appears. Here we go, WinRM cannot. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, that may have been because I restarted the DNS server and that probably broke it. Anyway, you get the gist. On here, I can restart the DHCP services if I wanted to. You just hit restart and it'll restart those services. What else is going on here? So that's the main things you can do inside a server manager. You can hit here and open the tools if you wanted to. So if you wanted to open like ADSI Edit, you can open that. And from here we can then connect to our domain controller. So let's see. So here we go. We've connected to ADSI Edit remotely. So that's something you can do as well through here. So basically all of your server manager tools you can do from here too. So if you wanted to edit your DHCP scope from your computer, you can do open DHCP. So you open in the MMC console and you can go right click add server. It checks the authorized DHCP. So this server obviously is not a server that you're on, so you can't do anything on this server. But if we connect to our domain controller here, I can now edit my scope, like so my DHCP scope. I can see my address reservations, see my address pool, I can see the leases that are currently taken. So that's my computer that I'm on here, Windows 10 VM.test.local. It's the computer that I'm on. So yeah, you can do what you want to do there. So yeah, that's the basic gist of it. So it pretty much gives you the ability to manage all of your servers from here. You can even open the registry editor and do that stuff. So if we wanted to connect to one of the servers on this, we can go load Hive, I believe. Nope. Connect to a network registry. So if I wanted to connect to my domain controller. Now guys, when you're testing this stuff, this is in a test environment. It's not in a live environment. So we got the local machine here. Default, yeah, so you know, now I'm connected to the local machine and the users inside of the registry editor. Anyway, oh, here we go. John Hall, you've just replied. I've updated my server 2012 and I can't get into the administrator. I will log into the server and send you a link. Look, John, I'm not going to get into that server remotely, but what you can do, if you cannot get into your server, I actually made a video a while ago on this. So I just got a question on the live stream from John Hall, who has said, I've updated my server 2012 and I can't get into the administrator. He wants me to log in, but look, I'm not going to log in. But if you want to help yourself, you can. I made a video a long time ago about how to get in. Reset. Here we go. How to reset a forgotten domain admin password. This video here will help you. I'll put the link inside of the chat as well. Watch that video and follow the steps. I'm not getting into servers and going to try and hack them and do whatnot for you, but you can feel free to do it yourself. Links there and all of that. Anyway, guys, that is how to do this thing. Add in RRAS. What is it? RSAT. And being live video, it has taken a little while longer than what I thought. So normally I would cut and edit the videos and make them nice and compact, but today I'm not, because I decided to do it live and I didn't really think ahead and I just did it. So anyway, guys, if you like this video, leave a comment, like it, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And if you have any questions, like I said before, just chuck them down below, just down there. There's like a comment thing. Anyway, guys, see you after.